Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So this is a 700PP build for the Ferrari 365 GTB4 from 1971, pushing 540 brake horsepower and just over a ton of weight. So as you can see, it's just gone 12:30 on the 4th of Feb. We're going to get straight into this one because I want you to see the characteristics of how it drives and how good this car is on a tougher circuit than what it would normally be thrown into. So this is perfect for Le Mans, those money grinds, and you'll find all that out as we go through this lap. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. So while I'm getting into this, you can see this car is done in that gorgeous Thompson livery. I remember that from many pictures growing up, staring at old Ferrari catalogues. On the racing championship too with him. But getting back to this car, you can see it's very quick to go through the gears. High revving, which is lovely, especially when you get your headset on. And it is easy and nimble to drive, so under braking you can change direction without too much of a fuss. And undulating surfaces, so where the road dips up and down, side to side, and that directional change, it's pretty easy to drive on there as well. Now putting the power down in this car, that is something you just need to be a bit mindful of, because there is a lot of power and it does just want to spin out sometimes depending on what corner you're coming out of and how you drive. So you may need to adjust your driving style, your driving preference to the way this car is, and I would recommend that to anyone who does use a lot of these builds, and that is try different ones so you can get used to how different cars drive, you know, how they turn in, when and where not to put the power down, because at the end of the day it makes you a better driver on the game and you'll have more fun, which is what it's about. Hey, it's about enjoying it, isn't it? Just run a little bit like them as I hit that bump. That's because there's not a lot of front downforce on the car. We'll go through all that when you get your car, and we head over to GT Auto, and then we go to the tuning sheet, and we'll go through all that there. Right, so as you can see, traction control's off for me. I have the rear brake balance on, and that's just because I prefer to drive, you know, so I can feel the car steering more than braking. Do that with 4-wheel drive cars sometimes as well, depending on which one it is. But this is a fantastic car to drive. After this 1.5 update, I've had a few challenges to deal with, not just with this car, but with a lot of the other builds that I've done that are on the channel. I am smashing through them as fast as I can. That's me. See, that was me, not concentrating, too busy trying to talk. So I'll hold my hands up there. Should have braked a lot harder and sooner. As you can see, car's got no problems with stopping. So anyway, I've been building like mad the last, 48, 72 hours. Not far off non-stop, but this is one of those cars that I'm glad I've done, because it is good for some of the classic races. If you have a look at the regulations on there, and a lot of the other races that you'd like to do, the weekly challenges especially, you know, start using these cars, this car, and seeing the benefit, because I will keep saying it time and time again. You know, well over 500 cars in the game. Would you not want to try and use as many as you can and enjoy them? Because there's a lot that are underrated, and a lot that I'm going to be bringing to share with you that can do the job of a lot of these other cars that people claim are the best. Well, I'd rather try all the different cars I can and enjoy them. And I would rather have the option of having lots of different 600, 700, 800 PP cars in my garage than just having the same 3 that are used for each track. I mean, this is handling perfect. You can see all the telemetry at the bottom, so when I've had to brake, accelerate, change gear, all the rest of it, you can see all of that in front of you, so you can tell me whether you think it's a car that you'd be happy with. As you've seen there, if you're too quick on the power, instead of sorting your lines out, your racing line, then that's what happens. There we go. I don't know about anyone else who watches this. I'm really looking forward to the World Endurance Championship coming back. That'll be on soon. Formula 1, that'll be on in what, just over a month. That'll be another good one. See how Hamilton gets on at Ferrari. Is Verstappen going to retain his title? Is Norris going to challenge? Awful lots going on in the sports world. You've got British Touring Car Championship, another great one. There's lots going on at my local track, which is on Anglesey, so that's Track Mon. Now if I could have that on here, I'm telling you now, everyone would love that track because it's brilliant. Again, I got to race a Ferrari 458 Italia around there. That was the best experience I could ever have hoped for because I love that car and the track, really enjoyable. This Ferrari's handling everything I've thrown at it. Just while we're coming up to the end of this lap. So at Le Mans, this car will get you 2 laps, fuel map 6. It will perform very reliably and it won't let you down. I can promise you that, it will not let you down. It is so stable, especially as you're going down the Mulsanne straight and you hit these high speeds. You can see that, you know, there's hardly any movement from the wheel. So even with the force feedback update and things like that, as you hit those little bumps and crevices, it's fine. It's not going to just suddenly swipe the car from under your feet, as it were. Yeah, I mean, apart from that, just making sure you're on the right tyres at the right time at Le Mans. Now, you will see that I am on racing mediums, but if you want racing hard tyres on, that's entirely up to you. But this car is coming in, I'll tell you what, it's a decent time. Slam on, stop before the end, there we go. Right, 7:03, let's see how that's done. So let's get off there. Take these off because I feel like I'm shouting. There we go. Right, we have done. Look at that car. Stunning. Where is it? 5th! So it's beat the Nissan Fairlady. So the Porsche is what? 2.3 seconds ahead. So it's not too bad from a car that's from 1971. I know it said it was nearly half a century old. It's more than that now, isn't it? But what a car. You know, we've done that with a car that's pushing the limits and it is perfectly nimble, stable, and again, another car that is great for you to have in your garage, ready to go. Le Mans, try something different. This is that car. So all you've got to do now is get your Ferrari 365 GTB4, follow me to the tuning shop, and we'll get this underway. So now you have your Ferrari, the first thing you need to do from sports is weight reduction stage 1. And then under club sports, you want to get bore up, high lift camshaft, high compression pistons, weight reduction stage 2, a power restrictor and a ballast. Semi-racing, you want to get a racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, fully customizable LSD, and increase the body rigidity. Under racing, you want to get stroke up, engine balance tuning, polish ports, racing air filter, racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold, a racing brake pads, racing brake kit, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, your racing clutch and flywheel, and your fully customizable racing transmission. Now I went for the racing medium tyres on this, But if you want racing hards, then by all means, if you go for racing softs, you are going to need to down tune it a significant amount more. Going to extreme, get some intermediate tyres. If you're going to grind at Le Mans, we all know what that's like. And under ultimate, there's nothing that you need from there. So now we've done all that, let's go to GT Auto and continue the rest of this build. So now we're at GT Auto, you want to go to car maintenance and service, and the first thing you're going to need to install on that car is that wide body. Get that installed on there. And as you can see with that stunning Thompson livery, you can see that that car looks absolutely menacing. I just think this is from 1971. It looks absolutely amazing. Right, let's get off this now, go back, and what we need to do now is go to car customization and get those little parts added on that we need. So the first thing is wheels. I've gone for those Pokal wheels again. I don't know why, I seem to have a big soft spot for those at the moment. Maybe things will change. So the DR5s, get those on. And what you want to do is you want to add a set of 17-inch wheels and rim width wide, offset wide, and get those installed. So the reason we've gone for the 17-inch wheels is that additional rubber and the flex of the tyre is going to help if you're going over those rumble strips. Okay. So now that we've done that, what we need to do is go to custom parts, and at the front you want to get type A, and the wing you want a custom wing set. So on the custom wing set you can see I've gone for the low and I've gone for type 21, but it's entirely up to you what you go for. If you decide to go for a high wing, it doesn't matter at all. It's perfectly fine and it's up to you. So get those added on, and then racing items, you can add your bonnet pins, tow hooks, make it a bit more, customizable for you. And light bulbs again, number plate, and your caliper colour. So now that we've done that, and you want to add a livery, all you do is go to load style, content search again, and there we have it. Look at all of these. So all of these cars look absolutely amazing. And there's lots of them that you can see. Someone's done a Le Mans replica there. There's all of these Golf Classic colours. There's so many that you can choose from, and all you do when you see one that you like, you just simply click triangle, open details, and then you can like it, add it to your collection, and also leave a comment. So that car looks great, and as you can see, that one has also got that dirt effect on it, which is it's pretty stunning that people are able to do that and make it look that way. So now it's the moment we've been waiting for. Let's get back to the garage and let's do that setting sheet. So now back at the garage, here's the car settings for that 700pp, and as you can see, this is for all tracks. So racing medium tyres, first thing that you need to add on. Body height adjustments, you want 95 at the front and 115 at the rear. Your anti-roll bar, 9 at the front and 10 at the rear. Now your damper ratio compression, I've gone for 30 front and rear, and your damper ratio expansion 50 front and rear. Now your natural frequency, 2.8 at the front and 2.6 at the rear. And your negative camber angle, I've gone for 3.2 front and rear. Now your toe angle, I've gone for 0.05 in at the front and 0.10 in at the rear. And down on your initial torque, I've gone for 5, acceleration sensitivity 7, and braking sensitivity 20 to make sure we can get this thing stopped. Now on the aerodynamic side, I've gone for 50 at the front, 200 at the rear, and your ECU is dropped to 99%. That's just because we needed to add a little bit of weight just to try and help with that stability of the car. So your ballast, you want that to be 33 kilos, your ballast positioning to be 50, and your power restrictor stays at 100%. Now the transmission, you want your KMH to be automatically adjusted to 400, and then you want to make sure your manual adjustment, and you make these settings. Go to manual adjustment and make these changes. So first gear 2.621, second gear 1.857, third gear 1.437, fourth gear 1.160, and fifth gear 0.978 with a final drive of 3.500. And as you can see, this is revving just shy of 9,000 RPM, and it is a menacing act to hear when everything is going at full pelt. So everything else that you need to have installed on the car is, as you can see above, it's all there and available, and make sure you get all of that added on. Now, the most important thing that I'd like you to do is go and have fun with this car. Leave a comment below what you think. Let me know how you've got on. Any other events you think this would be great for, give it a go. Let me know what the results are. And I will see you in the next video. And thank you very, very much for watching.